So, we have a new team member, or at least an alternate. We have an alternate. We're still using Snowbell, but we didn't have an electric type. So, this is Holst. We have Hilda. Now we have Holst. Look at him. He's not as high level as everyone else, but he's at 62, which is the best I could get before stream. So, aw, look, he's going to sleep. Pink boy. Pink boy. So, we got him. Ampharos is a good boy. We got him, and I got another Mastiff when I was trying to get Holst. He was just there in the outbreak. So I got him. And then I finally got Shiny Noibat. Is that Hubert's secret brother? Yes. I finally got Shiny Noibat. This one took me the longest. It took me a while, but I did get her. And while I was doing picnics to like reset spawns and stuff, there was a little shiny Spoink over there too. So we got a few new shinies to add to the collection, which is very exciting. But I love Holst. He goes well with Hilda, huh? They're a whole family. All the shinies and not even with the charm. That's right, no charm. But that's about to change. Because off stream, this is mostly for people watching the VOD, but off stream, I got as many Pokemon as I could. And then, thanks to chat, you guys, Lucy and Beast Hunter helped me fill out the Pokedex. So we are going to go get the shiny charm to play the rest of the game with it. To just, you know, who knows, maybe we'll see some more shinies in the wild once we get the charm. But I don't actually know where to go to do that. So where are we supposed to go now that we have the decks filled out? Oh, and I should get the rewards before I forget. Oh my goodness. Okay, well this is gonna take a minute. Dawnstone. Level ball. Experience candies. Lure ball. Oh, star pieces. Or comet shards, actually. Heavy ball. More experience candies. Moon ball. All the fancy balls you'll never use. Dream ball. I don't even know what that does. Just one nugget? You couldn't give me more than one? Okay, well there's two. Is this gonna be 3 or 5? Oh, there's 3 big ones. Was it the Beast Ball? You've encountered every single Pokemon there is to find in Paldea. I think you deserve a special diploma in recognition of this magnificent achievement. Come see me in the biology lab. Oh, well, I guess I could have just done this and it would have told me where to go. And we got a Beast Ball. I feel like they could have given you at least 5 of the fancy ones. Beast Ball has a lot of people guessing Ultra Beasts are going to come back. Yeah, I was wondering that. Because I think, don't they only have effectiveness on those? I guess you can still use them on regular Pokemon, but they're not super useful. I think it would just be like using a regular Pokeball. Dream Ball is left over from Gen 5. Pokemon caught in the entry forest are always caught with the Dream Ball. I don't remember that. Any Pokemon in a raid is 100% catch? That's true. So, I mean, I guess if you're in a raid, you can kind of use whatever you want, but... It's a ball that increases when put to sleep now. Well, that makes sense. Alright, we have not been at school in months. So we're going to school, I guess. Caught all the shiny violet paradoxes and beast balls. Do you get more then? I thought they only gave you one. Entry Force was related to the dream thing where you could send your Pokemon to the internet and catch Pokemon online. Huh. I think I can just go there, hopefully. Don't make me sit through a class. Oh, you duped a bunch. Makes sense. Do I talk to you? Probably. Hello, Kita. Hi. So you've already registered 100 species of Poke- Oh, well, I mean... That's true. Wow, little Pokemon, big Pokemon. Whoa, you even have data on Pokemon of this specific size? Why are you so interested in the sizes? So much data, so much to analyze. Sorry, got a little excited there. My Pokemon research is moving forward at a great pace thanks to your efforts. Here, take these. Consider it my way of saying thanks. Oh, 20 Ultra Balls. Thank you. I see I finished it though. For your next goal, let's aim for 200. Bruh. I know that's a tall order, but keep tossing those Pokeballs and don't give up. My guy. I see you've already registered 200 species of Pokemon. I did. If you would just look at the whole thing. Wow, Pokemon from the mountains, Pokemon from the sea. Wait, what? No way. Even found Pokemon in a place like this? Your mom's house? Yeah. Sorry about that. I got a little excited there. Okay, great. I'm glad your research is going well. Who's gonna tell him? You even found a Hydreigon Roomba love child. 20 quick balls. Thank you. I'll actually use those. Aim for a completed Pokedex. Okay. Done. I did it though. What? Are you telling me you've already registered 400 species of Pokemon? Yes. Chat helped. Wow, you did it. You completed the Pokedex. That's amazing. Really amazing. Research on the Pokemon of the Paldea region is moving ahead like never before, and it's all thanks to you. You know, I visited this strange shop the other day and happened to pick up a little something. Might not seem like much to get a secondhand gift, but here, from me to you. What shop? What shop had this? Do they have more? Shiny Charm. Wish I could give you something a bit better for your efforts. I wanted this, so I'm good. Oh my god, this dude. Now what's all this commotion about, I wonder? Director Clavel, and also that greaser kid that you are, whatever his name is, Clive or something. This student of mine completed their Pokedex. Upon my word. What a marvelous accomplishment, Miss Kita. You really surprised me too, pulling off a feat like this. Well, Mr. whatever his name is, Delight, clearly shows how commendable your work has been. Please allow me to reward you with a small gift. Oh, is it money? Students who achieve great feats such as this deserve to be recognized for their hard work. This congratulatory message, penned by the company that certifies Pokedex completion, is for you. No, give me money. Alright, well, it's cute at least. I got my diploma! I'm done school, I'm 12, I did it! We hereby certify your achievement of completing the Pokedex. May this great feat be celebrated by all. Game Freak. Thanks, Game Freak. I reconfigured your Pokedex app so that you may view your diploma there anytime you like. Yeah, digital diploma. Programming is another of Director Clavel's skills, you know. Yeah, he's also great at catfishing. But anyway, you sure did great with the Pokedex, Kita. If completing the Pokedex was one of the treasures you were after, then I'd say you've had a resounding success on your treasure hunt. Yeah, like, aren't I done with school now? I mean, this is a pretty big achievement. I feel like most students have not done this. Quite right, Mr. Whatever your name is. A fitting comment indeed. If rather surprising coming from you. Well, I am her homeroom teacher. I always forget that. Gotta act like it from time to time, I guess. You may have completed your Pokedex, but there's still plenty of adventure to be had. Like jumping into the crater. I hope you'll keep looking for new Pokemon to befriend here in Paldea. I very much look forward to watching over your continued progress as well. Yeah, I know. You're always there watching me. It's kind of creepy. You're the first, actually, obtaining your master's degree at age 12. Oh, also, I changed my hat. I have a beanie now. I figured we should change up our look. It's been a while since we've done that, even though we don't have a lot of options. I also got these bright shoes because they match my hair, so this is what we're working with. I tried to do something more interesting, but it's so difficult to make anything look good with the Scarlet outfit just because of what color it is. I feel like it'd be a lot easier to match stuff to the violet one. Alas. We cannot. Found this professor super annoying, but Nintendo's pushing him to be a fan favorite. That's kind of surprising, because I feel like more people... It seems like the fandom prefers like some of the gym leaders and some of the other teachers to that guy. I don't really see a lot of people talking about that guy, but who knows? All right, so that should be in our key items. Yes, beautiful. Let me just use it. All right, shinies appear. We've used it. So now that that's done, let's go mess up Team Star. You guys don't know how many times I was just kind of like wandering around, either, you know, doing an outbreak or like trying to level up, and I'd accidentally run into one of their bases, and then they would start talking, and then I would just have to exit the game so that I didn't miss any of that for stream. It happened too many times. Or I'd accidentally like fly over, you know, and trigger that. So that's been fun. So let's destroy them. We're gonna start over here. So fun fact, this is where I've been doing experience grinding. This is a good spot, like right around the base, because Chanseys will appear there, and if you eat a sandwich that increases your encounter power for normal types, a bunch of Chanseys will appear, and then if you just knock them out, and then you get a bunch of experience. So that's how I would level up Pokemon enough for them to evolve for the Dex. It worked pretty well. A side effect, though, is that our team is now very strong. Because I was using them to knock out the Pokemon, because, you know, they were my strongest ones. So now everybody's, like, in the 80s, pretty much. So, I think we're good. Oh, thanks for the info? Yeah, no problem. You just have to be careful if you haven't done the base yet, because, you know, if you accidentally go in there, then they will yell at you. So yeah, this is our team. We also have Holst, who's a little bit lower, as an alternate. But yeah, so if you just come over here, this is pretty much where I was. just like around here, Chanseys will spawn. And yeah, you just throw on a sandwich. The one I was using is... Oh, I think I can only look at my recipes if I'm in a picnic. I can just show you real quick. I don't know why you have, you can do favorites for sandwiches, because you can't, as far as I've seen, you can't put them at the top of the list. So I don't really know what the point is for that. Oh my god, just let me have a picnic. If I want my stuff to fall over, that's my business. Okay. I also bought this spooky tablecloth, which I love. Look, little Gengar. Okay. So... I was using the ham sandwich. That will give you normal encounter power. So you do that. And then you just fight a bunch of Chansey. And, you know, you get a bunch of experience. So if you need that little tip, there you go. This area only spawns Chansey if you have encounter power normal on, so you don't even need 2 or 3. Just level 1 will spawn a shit ton of Chansey. Yeah, it's really nice. The only downside is that Floette is everywhere. And it's very annoying because you run into them. But, yeah. Anyway, this is a nice little spot. If you need to experience grind. Look at this. Like I said, Floette is the biggest downside. This game is really picky about picnic locations. I've had it be like, you're too close to another human being. Like, okay, well, let me just take 2 steps to the left. This should, if I jump over here, it should put me, whoop. Should put me at the front. Maybe? I think it will. Yeah, we know. Are you gonna put me here so I don't have to... This area is also way too laggy. It is pretty laggy. It didn't put me in front of the... What was the point then? Never mind. I thought I had a shortcut. No shortcut for me. I'm just trying to avoid the Floettes. God, the lag. Okay, so this one... Oh. This one's the fairy one. I will return later when it is time for the young master's piano lesson. Until then, please give him my regards. Yes, Mr. Harrington. And who might you be, young lady? A friend of the young master, perhaps? Young master. Ah, I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Team Star's fairy crew. The Rukba squad, led by young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information. No, then please accept my apologies. Do you have any idea as to who this young lady might be? She's no friend of ours. You know, I think she might be here to try to take us on. Yes, I am. Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master? Yeah. Is that so? Well then, that leaves me with one last thing to ask you. Do you want to fight? Huh? Would you be so kind as to indulge me in a quick battle? Who the heck are you? His piano teacher? Splendid, then let us begin. Why is he taking piano lessons if he is a delinquent? Like, and has left school. Oh god, this thing. I think Hilda is gonna be pretty useful here. But, oh, well, I'm level 48. Okay. I think we're okay. No, we're good. I think Snowbell's got it. We did it, and Hubert leveled up somehow. Well, well. An outstanding performance. However, be aware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my poultry skills. You do well to take care, bro. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright. Hasta la vista. That gentlemanly guy used to be the director of the academy, I think. At least that's what I heard. Now he's, like, tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Hang on, why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubting you're here to make trouble, so I gotta go let everyone know. Don't you have a... you have an alarm right there. Couldn't you just... press the alarm button? Rotototo. I see the guard has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Team Star's ferry crew, the Rock Boss Squad. Their boss, Ortega, is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skills are no joke. Underestimate him and things will go south for you very quickly. He's also a real lead from the back type. He gets his grunts to do all the dirty work for him. Isn't that most bosses? But his weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry and he'll march out to the front lines to deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sends your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up and go from there. Okay. Let's go. Are you ready? No. Who do I want? It doesn't matter, but... I'll put Hilda up there. And, you know, let's bring Banana. For funsies. And we'll bring Snowbell, too. Oh, you know what we could do? Why don't we bring Holst? So that Hilda and Holst can just go ham. I think that's a good plan. Okay, now I'm ready. Yeah. Let's go. Oh god, you're here. I just saw you. Some kid looked out beating one of our sister squads, and now she thinks she can take us on. Time to give her the boot, gang. Let's show this Gatecrasher what Team Star can do. Not much. If you're listening, Gatecrasher, know this. Unless you can beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, our boss won't lift a finger to deal with the likes of you. Well... defeat 30 of Team Star's Pokemon. Come on, Hilda! Hilda, kill! Holst, kill! Mess them up! Oh my gosh. Oh, baby Hildas! Oh, well, this family reunion got awkward real quick. Hilda, where are you going? Hilda, this way. Paint the squad, go. Oh, bye, Holst. He got a little confused. It's fine. He found the target eventually. It's all good. That thing is terrifying still. Nope, nope. This way. This way, Hilda. Oh no, Hilda's over there doing stuff. Oh, there goes Holst. Just running around trying his best. Oh no, little Edelgards. Why are they clapping? Shouldn't they be not rooting for me? Shouldn't they be rooting against me? Do they just not like their boss? Oh my god, the lag. The lag, though. Pulse. Pulse, turn around! No, this way! This way! He's not listening. Alright, let's try this again. Oh no. Oh god. They thought Hilda's on their team. It must be it. Pulse is struggling a little bit. Okay. There we go. They should have made the game reactive to your team level. You mean like level scale? Kinda surprised they didn't. Alright, last 3. Hilda, smash. Our defenses are breached. It's all up to the boss now. Well. Why don't I get a sick car like that? Huh, so you're Kita. Okay. Talk about underwhelming. I was expecting someone, I don't know, a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm gonna lose to you anyway. Do you think fairy types are all about cuteness? You're in for a nasty surprise. I've seen some scary looking fairy types. I don't know what you're talking about. I promise I'll play nice, so don't blame me when this battle sends you blubbering back home. Hilda, smash! I feel like that would have just smashed the car, too. Well, I always forget that I can't use Gigaton Hammer twice in a row. Let's let Holst have a little bit of battling. Ampharos has such a good shiny. Have a taste of this slick move. Bet you can't handle my Pokemon's adorable strength. I bet I can. Something tells me that I can. Oopsie, did you just realize how outmatched you are? If you want to give up, now's the time. Who's gonna tell him? That's not the real Edelgard. No, it's not. Is that Pokemon a party bus? Yes. Unfortunately, when you get him, he's much smaller. He's not like a full party bus, which is just disappointing. What the heck? Why is my team on the ropes? That's totally not fair. When? Oh, the tongue. Down with the false emperor. Did y'all hear about the new event raids? They're lesser star raids. I'm not sure why Game Freak decided to release a 7-star raid before 4 or 5-star raids. I have not. What are they? That is kind of strange. That they didn't do the lesser ones first? Alright, I want to make sure he gets experience. So... Salamon's Tyranitar raids. They're version dependent. Interesting. Confuse Ray? Really? Confuse Ray. Annoying me since whatever year Pokemon Red came out. You kidding me? One HP. $95. There you go. Confuse Ray, annoying me since 1995. Ugh, how could I lose? What the heck? This Draco Malfoy energy this child has. About a year and a half ago. Ugh, what the heck? Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? Told you, it's not a toy. It's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building it. Good for you. The problem's clearly that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed this thing to be powered by 2 Charcadet, but it's just too heavy. That's such a shame. I wanted to see the looks on our bullies' faces once we got it moving. I'm sorry, I really thought it would work. Come, good fellow, 'tis no occasion for melancholy. Why, to make such a remarkable contraption by thine own hand. Genius, thy name is Ortega. Yeah, well, there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have 0 payout, I'd have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, Draco Malfoy, right here. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say some stupid things, you know that? What? Mela, cool it, would ya? Yeah, how about no? I mean, we even put this in the code for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? I don't know, bags of cash can fix a lot of problems. If that hunk of junk doesn't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, just gotta crank up the power somehow. It doesn't take a genius, man. That's easy enough to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yep, I'm gonna train up my Charcadet and have them evolve. Those boots? Their boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving, no sweat. The hour of Operation Star is nigh at hand. Will you succeed in time? Oh, I'll get it done. Oh, bye. Melly, wait! You know, Mela shoots her mouth off an awful lot, but she means well. I know. Ugh, this sucks. This sucks. He says that a lot. Hate myself for losing, but I also can't get over how awesome you were in that battle. If any of us squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down, and going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Yeah, fine. Not like I have a choice anyway, so take the badge already. You better treat it with the respect it deserves. I just drop it on the ground right in front of him. I'm not done yet. Here's my favorite TM too. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. Dazzling Gleam. Just so you know, you're the worst. Like, the most annoying person ever. Have you met Nimona? She's at least more annoying than me. But I get it, you're super strong. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Yeah, I slashed your tires too while I was at it. Young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington. Guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good to head home. So it's just done. I was like, well, I guess I'll go home. Actually, a different matter brought me. There's somebody I would like you to meet. Oh my god, this fucker. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. No one is fooled by this. The name's Clive, fellow kids. Okay, what's your business here? I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and heir to a major apparel company, so I joined a group like Team Star. What a question to ask somebody you've just met. Well, my answer's the same as everyone else on the team. It's because I was being bullied. So, the Academy really did used to have an issue with bullying. Are you this bad of a director? I mean, I guess the other guy was supposedly the director. We don't know when this guy took over, but who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. Then why don't you go back? The bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why? What happened to them? They're all dead. As the former director of the academy, I believe I'm the best positioned to answer that question. Mr. Harrington. About 18 months ago, the members of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. A scandal? As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetuated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after the other. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all records of the incident, you see. What? Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. The student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students of Team Star from any blame. Huh! No one told me that! I accepted their request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas study to the student who took responsibility for the team. Year and a half studying abroad. This was not intended as a punishment, you understand. Team Star were the victims, after all. I wanted the student to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Galar region, under the pretext of overseas study. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the Academy's servers. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame. So he tried to cover up the whole thing? That's terrible. After we discovered what he had done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course. I killed him. But the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notices. So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago. Yeah, and they're never at school. I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega, Team Star cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. Well, there's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them. Not after we've come this far. Okay, but if the bullies aren't there anymore, and the director isn't even there anymore, why didn't they just go back? Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you. Isn't that obvious? It's because, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. Oh, is this their maybe this is their treasure quest, like ours was to complete the Pokédex and become the champion. And also do whatever Arvin's quest was. And defeat them? So maybe their quest was the friendship. That was their treasure quest. Just friendship. The friends we made along the way. They probably don't trust the system anymore. I guess, but this isn't really how school works. I don't think you can just be like, well, I'm just gonna leave. Like, were their parents just cool with that? I mean, I guess the parents of Pokemon trainers let them do whatever the fuck they want in this universe, so I guess it shouldn't be that surprising, but I'm just like, that's not how that works. Kita, it's me. Great. I take it that Ortega's star badge is now in your possession? Yeah, it is. I see. Well, its boss no longer around. The Ruck Boss squad is as good as finished. This is not how a lot of this works. Damn. Ortega. Sorry, I got distracted for a second there again. Now about your reward. I'll transfer some LP over to your phone as promised. Thanks. Is it a lot? I mean, that's not enough. I feel like this quest doesn't give me enough rewards for what I'm doing. The other two, I felt like, okay, you know, you beat a gym, you get a badge. Which helps with a lot of things. And then doing the Arvin quest, you get to, like, you get HMs, essentially. And then this one's like, here, have a random TM and maybe some LP. Give me some money, Cassiopeia. Have my supply unit rob me too shortly to discover some bonus materials, too. Or, like, sandwich ingredients, maybe? Hello, it's me again from the supply unit. Karadon's like, hi! What the heck? Hello. Hey, stop that. He loves her. Somebody help! What? Ugh, it drooled all over me. What even is that Pokemon anyway? Hey, don't be... Why is everyone being rude to Karadon? He's the best boy. It's really awesome. I guess that's one word for it. Wait, is it really that special? Before I forget, here's your reward. You received lots of Pokemon materials. Great. For the TMs, I'm not really gonna make. Your name's Kita, right? Since you're part of Operation Starfall's battle unit, can I ask you something? What do you think of Team Star? They're not all that. Interesting. You know, some of the rumors say Team Star wasn't always a bunch of delinquents. Most of them used to be victims of bullying, or they just found it hard to interact with people. But then these misfits and outsiders found each other and banded together to form Team Star. All they wanted to do was push back against the bullies they couldn't face alone. But that's just info I got by hacking other students' social media accounts. Yeah, I bet, Penny. I also found out about some secret mastermind behind the 5 bosses. Someone who recruited them to the team in the first place. Is that you? I don't normally talk this much. Now my throat kind of hurts. So good luck with taking down the other bases and stuff. What is the school mafia? Yeah, I don't know. Karadon deserves scritches and sandwiches. That's right. Everyone's so mean to him. And why? I don't understand. I still don't know why Arvin is mean to him. For no reason. Yeet. There they go up the mountain. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, that's so funny to me. The little things, you know? Just the little things in life. Like watching the Hobbit be blown away. Like, look, I just got 700 LP just by touching that rock. And I got 6,000 for doing that whole mission. I'm just saying. He thought she was a sandwich. The friends we made along the way was the worst fucking side quest ever. Kids only have like a 40% survival rate to adulthood, so stuff is pretty lax. That's what it seems like. Really like when you're really into the story and really get into the characters' voices, but I also really like when you don't give a shit and the voice work is mostly snarkulacious. Oh, could you tell? When you have monsters that can destroy mountains in your back pocket, most of your parents' team is probably either dead, abandoned, or pets, and there isn't much they can do to stop you. I guess. They could have stopped me in the beginning, though. And they didn't. I will say, as much as Arvin is my sworn enemy forever, his story was pretty good. I'm still mad at him for being a jerk to Koraidon, but I don't know. Pet stuff makes me sad. Like losing pets and stuff, that gets me. So I liked that one. Team Star I'm not as into. But everyone says it's so good, so maybe it gets better. Right now I have a hard time caring about the story. But that could change. No, damn it. Think people relate to them more, maybe? I guess? I don't know. I don't really think that they've gotten that much characterization, though. I mean, we've only done 2 of the bases, so... Let's heal up. Just right, okay. Just right there. Oh, God. Like, I'm assuming that the director is, like, going undercover to learn information about what happened with Team Star and, like, trying to figure out how to get them back at the school. That's my assumption. But I don't know. Everybody knows that it's him. Like, he's not fooling anyone. And it's like, maybe if you had done your job better. Hey there, director. As I've told you, the name's Clive. Please don't forget it. I'm gonna forget it. Now let's pick up our conversation from where we left off before. As I mentioned, I joined Operation Starfall to resolve a sticky situation and to find out the reasons behind Team Star's odd behavior. This is clearly just Clive. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Umbreons. I think it's like, again, trying to be funny, but it's not really hitting the mark, which a lot of Pokemon games seem to do. But, I don't know. Maybe it'll get better. We'll see. Above all, I want to know why the students in Team Star have stopped coming to school. Just like Cassiopeia, I want the team to disband for good. Also, couldn't they go to online school if they wanted to still, like, get their degrees? Or diplomas? I feel like that would be an option. We have smartphones. So presumably, they could have done, like, remote learning. Since joining Operation Starfall with you, I've already had some success in opening up a dialogue with Team Star. I think I'm starting to understand things more clearly, but I don't have enough information just yet. That's why I want to speak with students from Team Star's other squads as well. You didn't tend to take on another base. What was that pose? Know that you can count on me for backup. You've done fuck all this whole time, Clive. Like, he doesn't even do anything. He just shows up every time to be like, blah, 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 blah. And then you go fight. Like, he doesn't... There's no point to him coming here. He never says anything useful. The fairy guy seemed to at least take tutoring, if not homeschooling. Yeah, he did. But that was for piano lessons, which I don't even know if you can... Can you take piano lessons at the school? Sir, I just want this. Just kidding, that wasn't worth it. That spider's making webs at me. Technically, he heals you, but he's completely useless since there's vending machines that also heal you. Oh, he heals you? That's it? He's moral support? I disagree. He's literally the meme of the older dude dressed up like a skateboarder and saying, "Hello, my fellow kids." I guess that's the joke, but I don't think it quite... I don't know if it quite works. So... You're pretty skilled. Not many trainers can shrug off my Pokemon's attacks like that. Same to you, Aerie, was it? Are you hitting? Like, what was the hair thing? You Pokemon have clearly spent a lot of time honing their moves, but I'm surprised to find the boss herself out here defending the gates. Don't trust your grunts enough to put them on guard duty? Watch your mouth. I'm here because I don't want to risk anyone else getting hurt, that's all. What a benevolent boss. Now if you want to get on with our battle, I'm already on my side. Hey, I'll fight her. Get out of the way. You're useless. Who are you? Kita, there you are. I started talking to this girl since she looked like she was with Team Star. Oh, does she? What gave it away? Then she and her Pokemon came at me without warning. We were just battling it out. Isn't that most Pokemon battles? You look at someone and then they attack you. I guess that was at least in the older games. Riri, I knew you'd be out here. Carmen, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine, honestly. Now get away from here. It's not safe. I'll take over guarding the base, Riri. You should get back inside. No, I won't back down. I can't. Oh, Riri, you need to stop this bullshit. Until the big boss comes back, I have to protect all of you in the calf squad. And everyone else in Team Star too, I guess. That's why you should get back to the base and rest up, even just for a little bit. As the boss of this squad, I just can't. Riri, please, I'm your friend. Listen to what I'm saying. Should we leave? Like, are we interrupting? Fine, I'll go. I'm sorry, Carbon. Hey, that's no way to sign off. Let me hear a "Hasta la vista" from you, nice and loud. Oh my god. Hasta la vista. I'm your opponent now, you two. Come on, I'll take you both down. Hey, Kita, my Pokemon and I are actually running on empty after that last battle. Hey, Kita, I'm gonna be useless, as usual. Sorry to spring this on you, but you think you can handle this grunt alone? Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, great, get out. I'll protect Riri with everything I have. This level 10 Machop. You ready to battle? Yeah. Then here I come. She doesn't battle you, she just fist fights you. Well, that would certainly be a surprise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, unfortunately for you, I have a hammer. Not a very good sales pitch telling you they're gonna be useless. This is the toughest base, but it's only like 55. Well. I lost, but my defeat's not the one that matters. I'm really regretting doing all of these at once. I feel like I should have spread out the Team Star stuff a little bit. Oh, well, we're here now. Even if all I did was buy Riri a bit of time, that's fine. My job here is done, so I'll head back inside. Okay. The problem is, and this is my fault, but the problem is like they're so samey. You know what I mean? Like each thing is very samey of like, go to the base, have Clive come out and say some nonsense, then go talk to the person, and then they're like, no, you gotta battle me, and then you have to go do the other stuff. Like the auto battle, and then you get to battle the leader. Like, it's just, it's all the same. And I mean, I guess you could argue that gym battles are kind of the same, but they're using different Pokemon, and like, they all, I don't know. They don't take as long, maybe. Maybe that's why. But doing these back to back, I'm already like, all right. Road to Toto. Toto. I take it you defeated the guard out front. Oh yeah, and then she caught, like, it's just, I think there's too much dialogue that doesn't really do anything. Like, it doesn't really need to be there, and I feel like they could have cut it, you know? Like, this stuff, we probably didn't need. Your boss, Aries, is a skilled wrestler and coaches the whole of Team Star in Pokemon battling. Of all the bosses, she'll likely be the most alert to hostilities after our declaration of war. We might try to stop this raid in its tracks by challenging you to battle before anyone else, okay? Yeah, that already happened. Again, like... I knew it. Tell me what happened. He retreated? We're talking about the same area, right? Well, it seems like there's nothing for it but attack the base. Ring the bell! Guys, we gotta ring the bell. We gotta ring the bell, guys! Oh. Okay, so apparently there's Fire Emblem Engage. Just introduced paid DLC. You get the 3 house leaders as legends. It's pretty shitty, I think, to be like, here's some DLC for a game that's not even out yet. Especially when it's something like that. Where it's like, we know you all love the house leaders. I've said it before, but I'm really surprised that, Heroes hasn't done more with paid content, like, especially 3 houses stuff, but, well, how much is it? Why announce DLC when the game isn't out and it can be part of the main game? Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, especially for characters like that, why not just have them be part of it and then later on down the line, maybe? I don't know. Oh, wait. Who are the first 3? Let's, oh, let's bring Banana back in, because Banana's flying type. I'm gonna leave Holston just, you know, to maybe get some experience. A little, I'll probably not get that much, but it's something. I mean, oh, well, Edelgard's a fire type, but Edelgard's a level 85. You know what? I don't care. Hilda had a moment, so. You don't get experience in Team Star bases at all? Okay, can you not, sir? Chill out over there. You don't get any experience? Well, you would in the battle, though, wouldn't you? Not the auto battle, but the actual, you don't? You don't get experience fighting them? Then this has even less of a point. I want to do this even less now. I didn't even notice. What's the point, then? Teams and folks behind Operation Starfall are finally making a move against our base. You know what that means, gang. Time for us to shine bright and avenge our teammates. And hey, little intruder, just so you know, if you got the skills to defeat 30 of our Pokemon... Yeah, I know. I know how this works. Don't do it, it's a scam, run away! It is a scam. You don't really get anything for doing this. Go, Banana. I thought the boss battle did give you experience? I mean, I guess I'll pay more attention and we can find out together. This guy over here thinking that he's safe. He's not safe from this banana. Never safe. At least this one's a little bit... I like that this area is a little bit smaller, so it's kind of more linear to be able to traverse and like send everyone out. And there's less lag. Get back here, monkey. Drop the melon. Can any of these Pokemon be shiny? That you're fighting against? That'd be interesting. Go! I don't think we can hold her off much longer, boss. They're like, oh god. Oh look. Another car. Okay. Well. I will say I do appreciate that we're getting like more unique looks for characters. Like she's pretty tall and a lot of times you don't see that for like female characters. You don't see them, you know, portrayed as tall. So that's kind of cool. And we've been getting different body shapes. Like not everyone is like super skinny, which is also nice to see. So I do appreciate that in character designs for this game. There are more unique and diverse characters. Doesn't matter who you are. I'll bury anyone who tries to take down Team Star. This time I won't run away. No, you'll just try to run me over with your car. Yet you still can't use any of them. That is the bummer, though, for your character. Because you can't, you know, you can't make your character look more unique, but... Is that a bracelet? That almost looked like a... Oh no, that was her sleeve. It looked like she, like, stuck her hand through. Really glad this game is making the effort for different body types. That is a nice change. I gotta give them that. No experience. Well, I mean, we don't need it or anything, but that's still kind of a bummer, especially if you did need it. Because you'd think these would be good missions to potentially gain experience. That's a weird choice. I give as good as I get, that's a promise. We'll see who's left standing at the end. Well, not your Passimian. You never realized? Yeah, I didn't either. I just assumed that I was getting experience. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you think that? This thing's, like, terrifying. Could you imagine that standing over your bed? You noticed it by the third base. That is good to know. I wonder why they decided to do that. Yeah, get fucked. Gave me such a hard time since I was way under level and wanted to speedrun all the Team Star bases. Had to give up and go level my Pokemon. Well, yeah, we don't have that problem. I really wasn't trying to overlevel on purpose. But, you know, sometimes that happens. Are you asleep with a plushie of it? Really? Oh, Lucario. I refuse to lose, so please lend me your strength. Car. Well. What? Hey, don't run over my balloon. Not nice. This is more like Persona than Pokemon. It just sucks that you can't get a cool car like that. I will say the music for these battles is more like upbeat, and it definitely fits. The gym leader music isn't bad. I just don't really like it for a gym battle. It feels more like it should be for not a rival, but maybe like one of the other characters that you sometimes fight. This looks like a cross between a boss from Persona 3 and 4. I'm waiting for one of those cars to just explode. I'm so sorry, everyone. Well. About a year and a half ago. I'm so sorry. I think I went a little too far. Nah, don't worry about it. We're the ones who asked you to put us through some tough battle practice so we can train up. She's just like punching them. Yeah, but... Really, you do not need to apologize, my lady. Thanks to thy sage instruction, I am making swift strides toward mastering the art of battle. Well, he's annoying. And I could have never evolved my Pokemon without you, Aerie. Thanks for trading. Even the big boss said it's thanks to you that we have a fighting chance against our bullies. Her boots. See, nothing but gratitude. To us, you're the brightest star in the whole team. Fuck everyone else, I guess. Come on, quit being silly. Just one thing. We've been training for 4 whole hours now. I'm totally pooped. Oh, I'm sorry. You all really should take a break. I'll go for a run while you rest up. My lady, we 4 have each trained in our turn, but you, our steadfast mentor, have rested not once. Cannot help but worry for thy health. Thank you for your concern, Atticus. But lately, I feel like I can take anything. Even if I'm really tired or feel like crying? Remember that time we all got together and riffed on the gym badge designs to create our very own star badges? Well, I don't know what it is, but just looking at my star badge makes me feel so strong. Like I want to give it my all. So, are they made of cardboard? Gave my all, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't enough. To be fair, I'm over-leveled, so it's not really your fault, Ari. The guy with black hair looks like Guzma's son. He does look like Guzma. You showed amazing strength. Even if the code didn't require me to give it to you, I want you to have this. A handshake? What? I'd like to see you try out my trademark move, too. Here, this one's for you. Close combat. I know you're part of our Operation Starfall, but I can tell from our battle that you're not a bad person. The way your Pokemon look at you with such trust gives it away. Do me a favor and look away for a moment. This is a bit much for me to take. I just really... That was normal. Looks like it's all over. Oh, Riri. What were you two doing the whole time? This is the Team Star member you battled at the gates earlier. I asked her to come along for a talk. What did you want to ask me? You seem to be on much friendlier terms with Aerie compared to the other grunts. Why is that? Oh, you spotted that? Why is that your business? Well, alright, I don't mind telling you. Truth is, I used to hate Riri. You hated Rihanna? Why? She's an amazing trainer and athlete, and she's really pretty too. Are they girlfriends? Took her no time at all to become popular at the academy. I was queen of the class before she came along. Then everyone liked her more than me. Let me guess, you started to pick on her? Pretty much. I got our classmates to join in too. We were all so stupid. This is giving like after school special for anti-bullying. I don't know. It's just... Anti-bullying is not a bad message, obviously. I don't know. It's not quite hitting the mark. But in the end, kids are always fickle. What kid says that, though? Kids are so fickle. Once one thrill wears off, they look for something new. Before long, the class chose me as their next target and started bullying me instead. I guess I deserved it, but then Riri, she chose to help me even though I'd been so horrible to her. This is an enemies to lovers situation, isn't it? She told me that she understood how hard it is to have no one on your side. She invited me to Team Star, and then she gave me these ugly-ass sunglasses. Even after you bullied her like that, what a kind girl. She really is, and joining the team has worked out great for us. It's been so much fun. Fun? There are rumors that Team Star likewise engages in bullying. Yes, we saw that at the beginning of the game. After hearing my story, do you really think that's true? Well, I mean, didn't we see that? Like, didn't they try to do that to us? No, I merely... Riri and the rest of Team Star made me who I am today. Oh, the zoom in on the sunglasses. Oh, no. What is she doing back there? Oh, she's crying. Or eating? I'm not sure. Both, you know. Please don't take away our greatest treasure. Friendship! Are they being too preachy? Yeah, it's just... It's not coming off as authentic, but it's also not coming off as, like, funny or satire. So it's not really hitting either, I feel. Again, it's not a bad message, and I think a lot of people can relate to being bullied in school. For sure. Like, I think we all probably have a bullying story. But, yeah, just, I don't know. So far, it hasn't quite hit that mark for me. Kita, it's me. Aerie's star badge is now yours, then. Yeah. I see. Without its boss, the calf squad should be a hair's breadth from disbanding. Now, Aerie, too. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind right now. So, Operation Starfall, you've taken down all but 2 bases, so it's fair to say it's going well. This seems like a good time to let you know what we're ultimately aiming to achieve. Our final goal is to defeat the mastermind that first recruited the 5 squad bosses and created Team Star, the one they call the Big Boss. And who's this big boss? Who knows? They control the 5 squad bosses from the shadows. That's all anyone can say. You mean like you're in the shadows? If we defeat this person and get them to declare the team disbanded, that'll be it for Team Star. Since the big boss never set up their own base and keeps their identity hidden, like you, I take it they're not one for the spotlight. But once all the squad bosses are out of action, the big boss will finally have to take the stage. I still think it's that what's her name, Penny? Now about your reward, I'll transfer some LP to your phone as promised. I think Penny could also be this person. Maybe they're all Penny, who knows? She just hasn't really done anything. And she's clearly like a key NPC in this game, so she's gotta be important somehow. You can now make more kinds of TMs using the TM machine. Hooray. I guess it was technically not bullying, but instead trying to make you join the team. I mean, that's still kind of harassment, though. Eco, I eat when I cry. Umbrella's a classic. You shut your bitch ass mouth. Just prefer my anti-bullying message when you get spectacular revenge on the bully, Leisha. Maybe we will. Maybe that's coming. Hey there, Kita. That sounded like a pretty serious phone call that I just made to you. Oh, it's Karaidon. I was like, please don't flash back to 2 seconds ago. I wasn't talking to you. Why does everyone hate him? Leave him alone. They're so rude. You prefer your Matilda-style revenge? So using telekinesis to beat the shit out of someone with erasers? I see that, Umbreons. That mastermind you were talking about, Cassiopeia's mentioned them to me too. Team Star's founder, the person who's caused all kinds of misery at the Academy. If we don't take them down, I'll lose what I treasure most in the world. What? No, I just... that's right. You need your reward. Here, take it before I forget. It's Shady Boots. Shady Boots over here. Can you just give me, like, sandwich ingredients instead? So I don't have to buy them and go to each individual store trying to find them, because that's annoying. Oh, and Kita, don't lose to those guys. All he wants is sandwiches. I know! He's a good boy. Why is everyone mean to him? Oh yeah, I already did that one. Okay, well, 2 down. Who's next? We got you. And, there's one over here. Okay, so we're gonna set that destination and go from there. Also to haunt them with the skeletons in their closet? Oh yeah, that's true. She did. I mean, like when she made the picture fly off the wall. Hey, 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 hey! Hey! I have the right of way. Sir. You're gonna meet the best pun in all of the Pokemon games and I will stand by it. Oh gosh, stargazing. No pressure. I'm gonna be like, that's dumb. And you're gonna be like, it's the best thing ever. Oh my god. This man. Operation Starfall is going well, wouldn't you say? Only 2 bosses left now. This whole experience has been eye-opening, to say the least. I'm glad I could take part. But I'm curious, Kita. What do you think of Cassiopeia? Is she your daughter? I'm sus. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Is that so? Personally, I don't think Cassiopeia feels any hate or resentment towards Team Star. Good for you. No, there must be some other reason behind Operation Starfall. But what could it be? Well, I'd best get back to keeping watch and doing fuck all. Call for me if you decide to take on the base, okay? Yeah, I'm like every time. How's the Team Star whipping going? It's going too slowly. I wish he said exactly that. Me too. Like, he's supposed to be doing shit at the school, and he's just following me around. Which I guess you could argue this is some kind of research of, you know, because he's obviously trying to, like, stop the bullying issue. But the bullying issue seems to not be an issue anymore because those kids just, like, left the school. So I'm not really sure. I guess he's just trying to gather intel to, like, convince the Team Star kids to come back to school. Which, I mean, legally, I think they have to be in school, so I'm not really sure why he's going about it this way. But maybe in the Pokemon universe, you don't have to go to school. Maybe it's just like, whatever. It's kind of up to you. Choose your own adventure. Whoa, whoa, you can't be here. This base belongs to Team Star. If you don't clear out real quick like, I'll have to come at you in self-defense. You get me? I'm not turning back. Well, alright. Time for me to self-defense the snot right out of you. Hi, Curie. How are you? How's the winter update going in Disney Dreamlight Valley? I haven't played yet. I'm so behind on everything. It's good, doing way better than the Halloween update. Are you enjoying it? He must fell over. I defended myself alright, but it wasn't enough. No, it wasn't. Man, you're crazy strong. Why are you looking at the sky? Wait, you that kid who declared war on Team Star? Yes. That's right. And you just committed a war crime. Whoa, thanks for the terrible news. Excuse me while I book it back to the rest of my crew. Okay, well. We're also like 60 levels above you. Hey, Kita. Oh my god, why did you leave? Only to come back 2 seconds later. Cassiopeia told me to scope out the fire crew's base. Thought I'd come give you some backup now that I'm through, but it seems you're all set. Yeah, you're useless. Whoom! What the fuck? Oh, Charcadet. Woof woo! Is that you, Carlos? Or is it He named him Charlos? No, stargazing, if this is the pun, you're fired. Absolutely not. Woo! I thought so. What are you doing here? Do you know this little fella? This is Charlos, the Charcadet. I stand by it. No, stargazing, get out of my chat. Woo! He's one of the Pokemon the Academy takes care of within its grounds. Woo! Ah, Charlos, wait! He ran off. Well, nothing I can do. You could put him back in his ball. Looks like he may have some connection to Team Star's fire crew. Yeah, they talked about Charcadet. Better chase after him. Don't you have a Pokeball you could just recall him into? Or if he gets far enough away from you, he'll just, like, get yeeted by a mysterious force and be yanked back into his Pokeball, because that's what happens to my Pokemon if they get too far behind me. Don't worry, I'll regroup with you soon enough. You press ahead into the base. This man. Toe. You dealt with the grunt. Yeah, you say that every time. Nice work. Stationed inside that base is Team Star's fire crew, the Shedder Squad. The Shitter Squad? Their boss, Mela, is the best all-arounder of the team. She fixes any and every problem thrown her way. Her methods are heavy-handed. Her declaration of war must have made her blood boil. Good. I bet even now her grunts are hard at work inside the base, trying to keep her fury under control. That means your best move is to take down all the grunts nice and quick. Oh, I played Hitman, so I totally get what you're saying. Once there's no one left to help Mela keep her cool, she should come out to confront you. Ring the bell. Okay, yeah. Shitter squad! This is the first one you did? Listen, Umbreons, I am obviously doing this in the most optimized way possible. This is the correct order that you're supposed to do everything in. Let's bring Hubert. We haven't seen Hubert in a hot minute. No thoughts, head empty. Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. Code red, Operation Starfall alert. Everyone get into position and defend the boss with all you got. Rest assured, Intruder will deal with you without the boss's help, unless you manage to beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes. Hubert's already barking. He's like, come on, let's get going. What did they throw? Oh, they're throwing out the Pokemon. I was like, what is that? Numel. Go. Hey, come on, Banana. Hilda's even weak to all of you. No, this way, Banana, don't, you can't attack the grunts, Banana. You can't do that. Up the ramp. Banana's ready to murder humans. I mean, he was probably trying to kidnap them. That's what, you know, that's what he does. That's what he was made to do. Leo. I still want a shiny Litleo. I didn't see any Litleo outbreaks though. So I am starting to wonder if some Pokemon just don't have them. Because I've seen a lot of repeats. But I don't know. There's a little Charcadet. Nope. Nope. Banana, come back. Banana, you will fight Mega Man. Well, time for the boss. She has a cool look, but then the boots. The boots are too much. They're the dope who picked a fight with Team Star. I don't know why you do something so stupid, and I don't care. You challenged us, so we'll beat you down. That's all there is to it. Prepare to get messed up. Got 2 shiny Sandygats from Outbreak. That's awesome. Also, somehow found a shiny for Brawler and Finizen. That's awesome, Lucy. Shiny Finizen is purple. I want one of those too. I had a Finizen Outbreak, but they're kind of annoying when they're in the water. Right here, right now. You're going down. I do like her hair and makeup and stuff, though. It's just the boots. That's awesome, Lucy. Ain't burned to a crisp just yet. Also, I will say I do love the look of like red hair and blonde pieces. I've always really liked that. Red hair is just really difficult to manage if you're not a natural redhead. Ugh, is this really how it's gonna end? What a hassle. About a year and a half ago. Her arm glove things are pretty cool. Sleeves, I guess would be the word. Man, what a hassle. Just like the other kid said sucks all the time, she says, what a hassle. Pulled it off just in time. Welcome back, Melly. Managed to get a bunch of Char Cadet to evolve. That ought to be enough to power the Starmobile, finally get that hunk of metal rolling. Lady Sakura, thank you so much for the reset for 7 months. Hello, how are you? How you doing? It was hard to do the Vaporeon outbreak. I did because half spawned in the water, but I found one. Oh, nice, Umbreons. Yeah, the water outbreaks are kind of a pain. Good to know Hubert can destroy a car by biting it. Glad tidings indeed. Is it not so, Ortega? I'm just surprised she's not all hot air. Get it? Oh, shut it with the snide comments. Give me such an annoying twerp, you know that? As if you're any better, Mela. Being rude and saying mean things is literally your whole deal. That's not true, Orty. Orty? The girls at the academy have always been jealous of how cute Melly is. She just puts on a surly attitude so they'll stop picking on her. Although I guess you're not wrong to say that her surly attitude is what people know her for. What? Come on, not you too, Airy. How about we leave it at that, folks? It's almost time for the big event. Yes, Operation Star. It's finally happening. And to the big boss, what, pray, is their plan? What, like, decade is he from? They already got in touch with all the bullies and asked him to head over to the schoolyard. Did they do something to them? What did they do to the bullies that made them drop out of school? Did they put them in the crater? Are they just in the crater? It's finally time, huh? Man, I'm so stoked. The thrill's burning me right up. You might want an antacid for that. Burned through everything I had. Oh yeah, definitely some Tums. And now I've sputtered out. Yes, this is where it ends. That Mabostif of yours really let us have it. That's right, Hubert hates you. The way she walks because of her boots! Beating me in battle is a huge deal, so here, take this star badge and be proud of yourself. Okay. But, like, real talk, would she use a hand buzzer? Real talk, though, are they in the crater? Like, that's why the records got wiped? Yeah, did they kill them? I don't know. I'm still operating under the assumption that somebody got sent to a different universe or timeline, and it might have been the professor. Although the professor could also be in the crater. Maybe the crater is an alternate universe timeline, something, perhaps. Well, Maddie, you can have this TM too. Not like I'm gonna use it. Okay, thank you, I guess. Let me make one thing clear. I'm not giving these to you. Giving them to your Mabostif. He can't even use that, probably. Look at their walk cycles out. You came here for it. Now leave me alone. You're Mela from Team Star, right? I noticed your boots. There's a Pokemon I'd like you to see. Huh? Who are you supposed to be? Woo! A Char Cadet. Wait. Woo-hoo! Well, if it ain't Charlos, what are you doing here? Seems he came to the space looking for you. Woo! You did? He's very attached to you, isn't he? Or was he this whole time? Yeah, because I used to play with him every day back when I was still going to school. I can even tell more or less what he's thinking just by looking at the way his flames move. Do you have any idea why Charlos wanted to visit you? Woof woo! Woof woo! Charlos. To me, it looks like he's saying that he wants you to come back. I don't know, that could be manipulative, Mr. Director. Shut it already, would ya? They say Team Stars hold itself up in these bases to plot something against the Academy. Yeah, they're gonna set it on fire. That's why they needed all the Charcadet. Were you aware of this? First I've heard of a stupid rumor like that. Man, nothing's changed since back then. Everyone's still spouting garbage. Then what about that modified car you're motoring around in just now? Are they old enough to have driver's licenses to drive those cars? I feel like they are not. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of them are. They are definitely older than me or my character, so maybe they are old enough to drive. Or maybe in this universe, you don't have to. I mean, you can drive at the age of 5. Who knows? The Starmobile. We made that thing a long time ago to help us out with a big fight. But we never actually used it against anyone before you two came looking for trouble. You never used it before? And what's this about a big fight? You ever heard of Operation Star? Operation Star? Not Operation Starfall? Why are there two that are almost the same name? No, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Huh, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know. But for me and the rest of Team Star, it's a memory we'll always treasure. Treasure. An Elite Four member is 5. That's what I was thinking, Brian's. Like, if you can be 5 years old and be in the Elite Four, then you can probably drive a car. Love Charcadet, however, its shiny and its evolution shinies are absolute trash. Yeah, isn't it just its eye color that changes? At least for Charcadet. Roach Toto, 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 Toto. Kita, it's me. Yeah, I know. You are the only person whose phone number I have. Unfortunately, I should drop my phone in the lake. I take it that Mela handed over her star badge. Yeah. Yep. Now that there's no boss to lead them, the rest of the shitter squad shouldn't last long. Nope, they're on the shitter. Even Mela. I'm sorry. We're almost there now, just one boss left. The operation's been a huge success thanks to you, Kita. Clive has also performed admirably as your support. Clive has done fuck all. Remember him saying that you're acquaintances. Have you known each other long? Yeah, he's the director of the school. I'm just going to tell you his identity. Well, he's clearly a reliable friend. He is not a friend. He almost reminds me of the gang back in the day. Back in what day? As you know, Team Star was formed by a group of students who were being bullied at school. Shortly after forming the team, these students, none other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head-on and sent them to the crater. The outcome was a resounding victory for Team Star. Though you could hardly call it a contest. Bullies didn't even put up a fight. They all bolted from battle the first chance they got. Scared spitless of Team Star, the bullies then dropped out of school one after the other. And Team Star ended up the villains of the story. But that's neither here nor there. I forget I mentioned it. Now about your reward. Yeah, give me that LP. Well, at least it was 10,000 this time. Make good use of those TMs. They should help you take down the last remaining boss. Okay. I would definitely change my ringtone from that stupid thing. I also would turn off auto answer. Yeah, like... that would be pretty annoying, especially if you are just, you know, you don't want to answer the phone. Like if somebody keeps calling you repeatedly and it's kind of getting irritating. Here I am. Stay in your Pokeball for once, will you? Don't tell my Pokemon what to do. He can do whatever he wants. It's not his fault you smell like a sandwich. Wow, Team Star went through all that, huh? They just wanted the bullies to go away. But then they became the bad guys in everyone's eyes. What a joke. The students, the teachers, they're all so messed up. Even just one of them had been paying attention when everyone was getting bullied. They'd have been able to tell right away that Team Star wasn't the one in the wrong. But I guess the big boss was the one who urged everyone to face their bullies despite knowing how messed up the academy is. What a massive idiot creating Team Star and just hoping their plan would miraculously work out. I don't know about that. I'm sure of it. Well, here's your reward. The next boss is the very last one. We're counting on you. Yeah, I know. The new Crash Bandicoot is a brawler. Interesting. I don't think I would have guessed that. Alright. So we've got one left. One left, fam. Just one left. I'm gonna go here and heal. Splatoon 1 best multiplayer. Aw, that's good. GG Splatoon. Progress. I know we're making progress. Look at us. We still gotta go whip Arvin's ass. I haven't done that. I don't know if I want to do that first or the Elite Four first. May not matter. It beat Call of Duty? Wow. What were the other... Yeah, what were the other games in that category? Well, I don't know where the front of the base is. There it is. I'll be glad when these are done so these little cutscenes stop happening. It's very annoying when you're running around. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Interesting. The Elite Four route's the most boring route, so I personally decided to do it ASAP to get it out of my way. It's the most boring? I feel like it would take the longest. Your route's your standard Pokemon game stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I just feel like that would take the longest, but maybe not. Oh, Sinisty. We haven't really used Ghost. Let's use Ghost for this one. Road to toe. See, you're almost at the 5th base. Pulled up inside is Team Star's last remaining squad. Fought well to make it this far. Cassiopeia! Hello, it is I, again. You made it as well, Clive. Of course, it's the last base. I wouldn't want to miss out on the action. Clive, I owe you my thanks. Your help has been invaluable to the operation. Has it, though? I'm sorry, I was so wary of you at first. This is gonna be a problem when he reveals himself to be the director. Well, that's all water under the bridge. I'm just a fellow kid like you. Ha ha ha. When we're finished with this base, will that be the end of Operation Starfall? Not quite. We still need to handle Team Star's secret mastermind last of all. Do you have any leads on how to find them? I'm hoping they'll come out into the open once all the squad bosses have stepped down. I see. We've come so far, only a few more steps left. Don't let me down, it was the other character. Either of you. Cassiopeia's hung up? Alright. Thanks to you, Kita. I've slowly but surely come to understand Team Star. I know what I need to do, and I know what my final decision will be. Their boss is stuck in the crater, too. I hope so. For that, I can't thank you enough. Take care in that base. Ah, sorry for getting all polite there. Don't know what came over me. What? Alright, let's go. Last base. What's up, fam? I'm ringing the bell. Because I guess... Oh, we already saw this, like, little cutscene. I don't know if it's the last stream or the one before that, but... Alright. Let's go! Even the smallest stars can light up the sky when they shine together as constellations. We are the last bastion of Team Star. Losing isn't an option. Hey kid, you listening? If you beat 30 of our... Yep. Also, like, Cassiopeia is a constellation, which would only make sense for them to be part of Team Star. Because of their name. So, I mean... probably Cassiopeia is the boss. Or Penny, or they're the same person. Could be one of those. Where are you guys at? What are you doing over there? No, ghost, murder! Murder, ghost! Ghost, this is important. Well, Hubert's going that way. Oh, nope, he turned around. This place looks like Taco Bell. Yeah, the little kid who kept calling the Team Star leader Dawn. Right. You didn't know the name was related to a star? Yeah, it's a constellation. I'm pretty sure. I guess I'm not an expert on stars, but pretty sure it's a constellation. It is? Okay, that's what I thought. Also, fun fact, the Team Star crew names are the 5 brightest stars in Cassiopeia. That makes sense. And it is just pointing to the fact that that's the boss. What are you cars doing over here? This isn't a road. I'm giving you a ticket. Get back here. Accept it. He's got the zoomies. Hubert, kill him. Oh, well, there goes Haunter. Hubert, what are you doing? Get over here. It's like, okay, I am seriously pressing the button. Sometimes this just doesn't work. Thank you, because it won't let you send out the other ones until the first one. She's way above our level. We gotta get the boss. You're not wrong. Whoops. Damn, that's gaudy. He looks like he wants to be a Splatoon NPC. But I don't think there are any humans left in the world of Splatoon. Pray forgive my sudden entry. 'Tis I, Atticus! Who? You're that scoundrel Kita, I take it? You have some nerve bearing your fangs at Team Star? Come then, villainous wretch! A plunge into grim poison shall be your well-deserved fate. On guard! What kind of, like... This just sounds like dialogue from a play. Jesus Christ, calm down, Eco! Okay. Oh, great. He just sent out the giant fart. Naught but punishment awaits thee, wretch. A plague on your house. Hey, remember when I just said this was like a play and then he referenced Romeo and Juliet? Yeah. So I guess he's the Shakespeare lover of the group. Next time he's gonna drop a Hamilton reference. So I guess they all have reverence? I think so. I think they did. You think to give me a taste of mine own poison? Fine, I will fight on until whatever the fuck. Thank you for that. Well... It doesn't translate well into English. In Japanese, he speaks an older form of Japanese, and since there's no equivalent in English, they decided to go Shakespeare. I mean, that makes sense, and I'm sure that would definitely work better in Japanese. Toxic debris. I don't think these cars are environmentally conscious. Keyword's like, ha! Forgive me, my friends! You know how Team Rocket, like, would just get blown up every episode and be like, Team Rocket's blasting off again! You know that? That would be great if every time their car just explodes and then they get sent into space. I missed that. Forgive me, it took a goodly time to procure the required materials. Whoa, sick. These boots are insane. I mean... Ah yes, the move Flame Charge was my muse for those particular pieces. This outfit is everything I imagined it would be. Thank you so much. I merely wish to create a costume worthy of the great infernal Aerie. If it aligns with your vision, then I am content. Seems our outfit upgrades are all wrapped up then. Thanks a ton, Atticus. With you two looking like absolute beasts, anyone who crosses us will be sweating bullets. You're so good at these sorts of crafty things, Atticus. I wouldn't call, like, making a full costume being crafty. That's like being a fashion designer. I think calling it crafty is a little bit of an understatement. These people bullying you because you geek out over old-fashioned stuff are out of their minds. The way of the ninja is rough and fraught with thorns. I neither expect nor desire sympathy from the unrefined rabble. Oh, someone's getting fired up. Watch out, world. Our Atticus has fighting words. Yeah, don't listen to the haters, Atticus. I think you're really cool. All right, gang, let's move on to the next step. Sending them to the crater. It's time to put our backs into our battle training so we're all prepped for Operation Star. Gotta be stronger than everyone else in the team. That's what being a boss means. Indeed it does. Henceforth I will devote myself, heart, and soul to honing my battle skills. The car explodes them into the crater. That's what we need. For the sake of the team, I would give my very heart and soul, but I cannot defy the rules. Oh, you would? Well, I will take those. I'll take those as payment. Your heart and your soul, please. Our code must be obeyed. Why? And so this badge is mine to keep no more. I entrust it to thy care. Take this contraption too. It contains a technique that allows one to cover their foes in gunk. Uh-oh. Why? The user shoots filthy garbage at the target to attack. This may also poison the target. Kita's thy name, is it not? You have utterly bested me, but the victory stirred no bitterness within me. Such was its brilliance.
Don Atticus!
My compadre! Seems this little fella's been dying to speak with you face to face.
Don Atticus, please hear what I have to say. I only need a moment.
Whatever brought you all the way here?
I came to help you.
The characters are getting more... Their voices are getting more and more annoying as the game goes on.
If you don't start going to class again, you'll be expelled from the academy, right? When the other kids at school and I were getting bullied real bad, you and the rest of Team Star saved us. Thanks to that operation you carried out, we were all able to go back to school again. If you got expelled for being the good guys, that'd be the worst thing ever.
Forgive me.
Haven't you heard anything from the big boss?
Nay! We've heard not a whisper since that fateful day. Also, what's the difference? Like, they're already kind of expelled. They don't go to school anyway, so who cares if they're expelled? They're just out here doing whatever the hell they're doing. Would it really make a difference? Without the big boss, Team Star cannot carry on. And the big boss is in the crater. And without the team, the bright and merry student life we seek lies beyond our reach. We've no choice but defend our bases till the big boss returns to us. All our bases belong to us. You evidently trust this big boss of yours a great deal. Who exactly are they? In truth, not one of us has met them in the flesh. That seems foolish, but sure. By their own word, they're a recluse. As with the rest of us, 'twould seem bullying was to blame.
That's awful.
Though their name and face be unknown to us, they are nonetheless our precious comrade. Our only choice is to maintain our vigils from the bases, awaiting the day of their return.
So that's why you don't go to school? But still, don't ever think that Team Star is all you have, Don Atticus. You got a lifelong compadre in me, and don't you forget it.
My compadre! Are you a great debt? I just feel like I shouldn't be part of most of these conversations. They seem private, and I'm just standing there staring at them. Seems we're one step closer to the truth behind Team Star's truancy and the bullying at the academy. But more importantly, I can't believe I had no idea about these issues the students are struggling with. They have friendships they hold dear and reasons for acting as they do. It almost sounds like they're people. I just couldn't see it. It's shameful how oblivious I've been. Wow, he's just learning today that people have feelings? And reasons for behavior? Is there a psychology class in the school? Because I'm gonna bet there's not. Huh! I believe Team Star to be the one and only treasure in my life. Methinks I may have been mistaken. I understand why school is important. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they haven't been in school for this long already, so threatening them with expulsion doesn't really seem like it would change much. They're not going to school as it is. So, which I still don't understand how they couldn't just go to remote classes, but I don't know. Kita, it's me. Is it? Did you do it? Yeah, I did it. This is a rich people's school. They don't need counselors when they get money. Now that Boss has been taken down, the Navi Squad days are numbered. So Atticus was the last. All 5 squad bosses have now been toppled from their pedestals and fallen into the crater. I imagine they'll leave Team Star before long now that they've lost their special positions. After that, they should be back attending class at the academy. Do you imagine if Cassiopeia was one of their moms? And like this whole thing was just a plot to get them to go back to school? Nice work out there, Kita. Nice work doing nothing, Clive. Is that Clive I hear? Cassiopeia, well done to you too. Thanks. Now about your reward, Kita. Yeah, give me that LP. Still not enough. Oh, that reminds me. I'm doing the whole supply unit rep thing this time, right? That'd be such a plot twist, right? If it was like all their moms. And they're like, we couldn't get them to go back to school, so we did this. Indeed, you can go ahead and give Kita her bonus reward now. Dude, it should be my mom. I don't know why she would care about these other kids, but like at least it would be nice if the mom had a role in these games, because the mom in Pokemon never really does anything, except in the early games she'll like steal half your money for you and then buy shit, which everybody tells her not to do anyway. But she's just kind of there. So it'd be really funny if she had a serious part in the plot, but you didn't know that until it's revealed at the end that she's been the mastermind this whole time. And maybe she was the bully. She was bullying the other kids. At long last, Operation Starfall has entered its final stage. There's only one thing left on the agenda. We must defeat the big boss. And have Team Star disband for good. Where's the big boss? In the crater! Don't worry, there's no need to search them out. The true identity of the big boss is me! Penny! It's none other than me. He's shook. What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it from you for so long, but the right moment never came. Gee, they kept saying that the big boss they've never seen was a faceless entity. The big boss is actually me. Surprise. I know. They put me in the game. Isn't that exciting? I'm the one who formed Team Star. Back then, the the members of the team were my closest friends. And I treasured them more than anything. Treasure! I told you. Friendship was the treasure we got along the... Yeah. It was definitely friendship. I wish it was money. If they go on like this, Team Star won't do any good for anyone. They've got to give it up, so I'm using the code we made together to force them to disband. Why didn't you just fucking tell them?
Kita, carry me.
I'll be waiting for you in the schoolyard after dark. You should come as well, Clive. Understood. Then I'll see you both there. Okay, I do love that. I love that's like maybe at the playground after dark. That's pretty good. Though Cassiopeia was the big boss of Team Star this whole time. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Clive. With this revelation, I just might have an inkling as to their true identity. Seems we'll find our answers after dark in the Academy schoolyard. Let's prepare as best we can before heading over. Are you gonna do shit? Just like, don't even come. I don't even want you there. I'm gonna stab you in the schoolyard. Ah, reminds me of my time in school. Oh my. Don't you remember when you were a kid and you'd get stabbed on the playground? Do you remember those times? The good old days. Oh man. Honestly, that was probably like the best line in that storyline. Oh shit. Careful, she's gonna banish you to the crater. I can fly, it's fine. Remember my first shanking in elementary school, such precious memories. Alright, let's heal up. Under normal circumstances, this would be the equivalent to Arvin's battle for this route, since the level range for this is also 60s. Well, about that. Alright guys, let's go. We gotta wait till nightfall, and then... I'm getting so sick of seeing this man. I just want him to go away. Don't say sup to me. Hi, director. Oh, come on. The name's Clive, remember? No, stop catfishing. Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. It was really bad. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Ha ha. Oh, did he just get undressed in front of me? Sir. Inappropriate. You apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. You didn't. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of the Naranja Academy. Mr. Clavel! I already knew that. What? But my disguise was perfect. Although now that I think about it, I did neglect to keep up my youthful act on a few occasions. Buddy. That must have been what gave me away. Regardless, there is still one more astonishing truth I must reveal to you. True identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me all along! That's impossible. Honest to goodness! When you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. Pulled it off using, you know, one of those high-tech gizmos. Yeah, this sounds legit. Oh yes, it was very clever! So, Miss Kita, now that you know I'm the big boss, that means there's one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown. It's not nighttime, though. This isn't... I thought we were supposed to meet at nighttime. It's not nighttime. That ruins the aesthetic of this battle. I'm Cassiopeia of Team Star. With this battle, I will finally bring... Okay. It doesn't matter. Everyone in the chat with the grumpy faces. always found this part weird. This implies he's good with technology, but when you got your shiny charm, it said that the director's good at programming. I don't know. Also, that means, is he saying that he got all of those kids together to, like, fight the other bullies? If he was their leader? Because I don't think that's the way to handle it. Hounding. I love the, you know, 10 frames per second people passing by. That's great. Also, like, none of the students are reacting at all to me just having a literal Pokemon battle with the director of the school. That would suggest he did it solely to become the next director, which is pretty damning and termination worthy. Yeah, like, I don't understand this plan. So instead of doing something about the bullying and protecting the students, you encourage them to band together and, like, fight the bullies and what, send them to the crater? Ghost is not liable for burning these people if they walk in front of him. He's not. This is also not the music that I would expect to be playing while fighting him. It's way too chill, I think. Oh, also, I gave Edelgard Ice Fang. I don't know if I told you guys that last stream or not. I think I did, because I replaced Covet. Anyway, I thought Ice Fang would be more useful. I love how everyone around this battle is just as aware as we are that this is bullshit, and they don't care. So he kept the duck. Oh. Could have kept in Holst. I think the music is good, but a weird choice for battle. Yeah, it's not bad music. It's just not what I would expect for this battle. Huh, to think that I, Cassiopeia, would be backed into a corner like this. Shut up. So done with you. That one just walked by thinking about her final. Yes, this battle's going on. Very well, it seems I shall have to terrestrialize my Pokemon. It seems that I don't care. They're fabulous. They are fabulous. How strong you have grown. Give me all your money. Well now, Miss Kita, it seems you've grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here once again I must apologize. I'm not actually Cassiopeia. Wow. Shocking. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you. Why did you fucking lie then? Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden. but I believe I can hazard a guess at who they may be. That's why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. I love how, like, in the battle, he was like, me, Cassiopeia, it's definitely me, guys. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win. I just kicked your fucking ass. So I challenge you to a battle to test your skill. Thank you for explaining all this to me. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. I think he was more scared that he was gonna lose. Turns out you're as strong as you are kind. Oh, well. If anyone has a chance at saving that poor child, it's surely you. His neck beard is disturbing? His neck beard? I don't think that's his beard. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task, but please defeat Cassiopeia, take on the big boss of Team Star, and win. Why are you even the director? Yeah, leave it to me, you useless sack of shit. But like, what have you even done? You there, what do you think you're doing? Hey, it's time, Rhyme's twin sister. It's time, a pleasure to see you. You're right on time. That's what he should have said. It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Clavel. Oh god, the camera. Came here to investigate reports of an illicit battle on school grounds, and what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself, facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? No, if I could just explain. You see, I'm Clive, and fellow kids, and... Oh, spare me, your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind? Remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Miss Kita. Yeah. You'll write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once. And I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board, make no mistake. Good gracious, no, anything but that, I implore you. Oh my god. Yes, she's my new favorite. She's my favorite teacher. That's so good. Oh, okay, I'm all healed. I actually don't have to go heal. That's good. Get wrecked to Clyde. Time and Rhyme are the best. She clearly isn't paid enough. She's not. She's probably been dealing with his shenanigans all year, and she's like, oh, there goes the director dressing up as a student again to go catfish the other students. She's sick of his shit. But also, he's a terrible director. Like, I don't think he's doing very well. Okay. I'm assuming we have to use this to go to schoolyard. That was that was definitely the best part so far of Team Star's story. Oh look, Cassiopeia's penny. What a shocker. I never could have foreseen this. Thanks for coming. Why did you have her pull down? We could tell it was her! This must be quite a shock for you. Was it? Because I feel like we called this in the first stream. The big boss, Cassiopeia. They were both me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside school that time, the idea for Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills let me get a hold of as much LP as I want, so I decided to use that to tempt you into helping me out. After the operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit. Yeah, I know. I had you battle the bosses on my behalf. All for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. That's extremely illegal, Penny. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Yeah. Thanks. Oh my god, go away! Time, come get your boy! Time, can you please restrain the director? Sorry to keep you. I didn't get out! The letter of apology Miss Time had me, preparations took longer than expected. He's so bad at this. That voice. Are you Clive? Penny, so it was you after- no, I mean, is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh. I have a task for you, Clive, if you'll accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. Didn't allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No. Penny! Now bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder! Well then. That escalated. Oh my goodness. I won't hold back in this battle. I'll stay true to Team Star's code. Yeah, this theme definitely fits this battle, I will say. Is Time gonna come out again and be like, hey, no battle? Hey, stop that. I'm sad since there's a limit of 6 Pokemon, Penny wasn't able to have a team of all evolutions. I wondered when she sent out Umbreon, I was like, I wonder if she's gonna have evolutions. Go, Ghost! Well. Yeah, not gonna stand for Vaporeon. I see you've leveled up considerably. It wasn't really on purpose. I was trying to fill out the decks. So I was doing a lot of Chansey battles. Water, how are you doing? Anya the nerd, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a nice stream. What were you playing? How are you doing? Oh wow, Kia's like endgame levels. I'm sorry. I kind of thought that like some of these battles, the end of the routes might be a little bit higher. Like, I knew you guys said the gym leaders weren't, but yeah, oops. Oh, don't cry, Banana. Don't cry, Banana. You're fine. Watch the Game Awards. It was long. Why was it long? Just like the presentations, or because I've heard some, it sounds like some good game trailers were released. I'm excited to watch them. How's it going? Thanks for the shout out. Also, we were watching the Game Awards. Awesome. Oh, thank you for shouting out Anya the Nerd. You guys can go follow them right there at that link. Thank you for shouting them out. Was that DJM? Yes. Thank you, DJM. Yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, I'm very excited. Over 3 hours. Wow, that seems long. Couple cool things, and then a weird party crasher at the end. What? Weird party crasher. Look, they keep leveling. It's not my fault. It is my fault, but it wasn't intentional. Like, I wasn't actively trying to level them up that much. I didn't realize just how far over we would be, but you know what? You're right. You're right, Wildcat. Twitch Miss is next week, so I wanted to finish these quests in this game because I got a lot planned for Twitch Miss, so. Some kid went up with the Game of the Year winner and said Bill Clinton was his rabbi or something. What? What? Okay. Well, that happened, I guess, at the Game Awards. Thing you're most looking forward to is Hades sequel. Oh, I know. That's so cool. It's all over now. Ooh, look at all that money, though. That's what people are saying in another Discord. Oh, well, all right. You gonna watch that tonight or tomorrow? Probably tomorrow. Finally over, guys. It's done. Are all of your Pokemon shiny? Not my starter. And not Hilda. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up, are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. Got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gotten out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and make a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. We just sent them to the crater. Indeed. Merely did we declare our intention to battle tooth and nail should the villains persist in their tyrannous oppression. 'Twas a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokemon. They just blubbered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. Guess you're right. This little stump might have put us up the creek. Fix this mess on my end. Just leave it to me. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you all into this, so I'll take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind big boss, you cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah, and what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is, thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were all so kind to me. Stop right there, BB! Why are you talking like we'll never speak again? I need to go take care of some things. Prithee, speak to us. What is thine intent? Hey, big boss, answer us. Big boss is gone. She's staring at you through the window. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for everything. Imagine if they looked, though. Like, they just, like, saw her in the window. Wait, was she... Did she go and now she's back? Thanks for everything, Kita. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through to the end. I guess this is it for Team Star, and me too. Hold that thought, Miss, Penny. I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? It seems like, probably. I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? Our code states that no one in the team has the right to order people around. Oh my gosh. I could ask them all to do stuff, but I can never order them. That's convenient. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them, even leave the team? Yes, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus the idea for Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star... No! What do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my treasure. And then you passed your treasure test. They're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for apprising me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? Now, young lady, there's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit it with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal to you my own secret identity. Oh my god, he's gonna do it again. Time! Time! Restrain him! Director Clavel. Penny. Penny. Penny! Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. That's not good, Clavel. But why? I needed a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy away from speaking their mind to their teachers, after all, much more so when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Well, that's enough for now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? Whoa. Oh, have a good lurk, Anya. Huh? Yo, big boss, long time no see. Wish there was voice acting in this part. Momo. More like long time no meet, right? I mean, we only just found out your real name just now. Melly. Verily is thy long-hidden countenance a sign for sore eyes, my lady. Atticus, you weirdo.
So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time?
Orty. We found you at last. You've no idea how worried we've been. Airy. Okay, gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2, hasta la vista, Cassiopeia, and hello, Penny. Now then, Miss Penny, and each of you young bosses. Each of you young bosses as well. On behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. Yeah, you did your treasure quest or whatever. You all have my sincerest apologies. Come again. As director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismal failure. It sure was. Well, I still don't... I mean, why? You all told me about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I've ever experienced of the Academy is an environment blessedly free from bullying. Yeah, because the bullies were bullied away. But I now know this peace was built on the backs of your hurt and anger. And of course, your immense courage in putting things to right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who did not obey are hereby revoked. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Woohoo! Penny, isn't this great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, mine heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. And I'd do it again.
You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavel told us all about it.
That's convenient. Were we just waiting while he was telling them all? Or did he, I guess, maybe he told them before? As far as we heard, you only went through with it to save us from getting expelled. We were just worried about us, right? Not like we'd ever chuck the team just because someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style. I cannot even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everyone. I've more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your protracted truancy or brazen customization of school uniforms. Yeah, anyway, why aren't we allowed to do that? Your unauthorized usage of Academy equipment. Your reckless modification and jeopardous driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your flagrant disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Community service? Yes, specifically, I'll be asking you to manage the STCs. And that stands for Star Training Centers. There should be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. Do I need to be here for this? I have stuff to do. I don't need to stay for this. The idea came to me when I saw Miss Kita battling her way through your bases and kicking your asses. The base's construction, as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue your team activities, but henceforth as STC staff members. Can you employ them? They are children. Using your former bases as training facilities, and that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No, it sounds like fun, so I don't see how this would be anything but a win-win.
This may be a weird thing to say since the STCs aren't supposed to be a punishment and all, but you should totally join in too, Penny.
'Tis true. We would most happily have you at our sides, my lady. We can go to school together too. That way if anything happens, we'll be there to protect you. We were already talking about how great it'd be to have both Team Star and school in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. What do you say? You guys. Kita, what do you think? I don't care. Give it your best. I need to give you a response right this moment, Miss Penny. Do take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say you should break up Team Star after all. I simply meant it is time to leave. I too would like to leave. This is literal child labor. Miss Kita, please stop by my office later if you would. Why? Can't I just go and live my life? And be the Pokemon champion? They put me in my room. Where do you want to go? I guess his office. Is he gonna give me free shit? Or is he just gonna be annoying? This is the game's attempt at an in-game reason why you can still fight them post-game. Here you are, Miss Kita. I wanted to thank you for all your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Knock, 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 knock. Who is it? It's Penny. Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs. I'd like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. I thought that was already established. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But, I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Why so? Because of Operation Starfall? No, not that. Because of the other really bad things I did. And what would that be? You know, the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall, it was stolen. Got a hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system. Yeah, you could just keep giving me more of that. Dude, if you could hack it and get a bunch of it, why were you giving me like 6,000? That's not a lot. Ah, I see. That is quite illegal. Well, to jail with you. Wasn't all that I mean, I'm really sorry and I won't do it again. Skimming off the top. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's what it was. She's like, this is for me and this is for you. They arrested the kid a few, oh geez, who Bill Clinton'd the Game Awards. Well, that's a thing that has happened. And this video is now very dated. So, this matter is rather out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I'll have to consult Miss Gita, the Pokemon League chairwoman, on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, Miss Gita, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. I thought he was going to ask for the LP back, and I was going to be like, bitch, I spent it. No. The execution needed some work, but I do want to see these kids happy. Yeah, that's fair, Joker. Like, it's not a bad story. I would agree that, yeah, the execution wasn't quite there. In some ways. Although time dragging him away was pretty amazing. Or just, like, yelling at him, and that was pretty great. That was my favorite part. So I guess this is done? Where do you want to go? The nurse's office, I guess? Not sure if you have to do it in sequence, but technically the dictator will give you a nugget for completing Team Star. The dictator? Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome in the nurse's office. Kita, have you toughened up a bit? Yes, I have. Look at these muscles. Oh, so you know your tough stuff, huh? But seriously, you look a bit different. I bet it's because of all the crazy experiences you're having on your treasure hunt. Yeah, I gotta get those gains. You need to tell me about what you've been up to. Girl, have I got a story for you. We haven't seen her since the beginning of the game. Director, big typo. I mean, I liked it as the dictator. Whoa, that's super cool. I sure am jealous of you kids. You get to try out new things every single day. Me, on the other hand, I actually wanted to become a teacher. I'm just a school nurse, you know. I can't teach classes or anything like that. I couldn't pass the certification exam to become an actual health teacher. So you don't know what you're doing? I took it so many times, but no luck, so here I am, stuck forever in the nurse's office. I feel like you should probably still have, that education to be able to take care of the sick kids, but, sorry, I guess this isn't a very fun thing to talk about. Just talking to this woman about her failed dreams. You're such a good listener. I find myself telling you all kinds of stuff. I hope you'll still come see me, even if I talk your ear off like this. You became even closer with Nurse Miriam. Hey, Rain. Look at what? Flaffy looks so cute when it's sleeping. Look at it. Look at its face. So sleepy and cute. That's me to Eco every time the dogs do anything cute. I'm like, look at them. And he's like, I've already seen them. And I'm like, look at them. They're cute. You will look at them. Okay, I guess I'll go to the dictator's office. See if he'll give me a nugget. If you ever need help with any school-related matters, give me your money. I was told that you would give me money. That is why I'm here. If you continue building up your bond with her and then beat the Elite Four, she'll give you 10 max revives. Oh, that's nice. Jeez, that makes me sound like this heartless, cute hater. Well, you have said that. Oh, look, it's the nurse again. Oh, hey, Kita. Sorry, were you looking for me? I've been away from the nurse's office lately. I was just there. Did you need something from me? Yes. Are your Pokemon hurt? Just a sec. I don't think so, but sure. I'll see you later, Sahandriel. Good luck at work. Here you go, a little first aid. You must really be having an adventure out there, judging from those scrapes and cuts. That's just me falling off cliffs. But no fall damage, so it's fine. Huh? Oh yeah, I guess it's pretty unusual for me to be out of the nurse's office like this. Well, I'm actually doing a bit of studying. Thought I'd try my best at the health teacher certification exam one more time. You can do it! Just so you know, it's totally not because I'm inspired by a certain somebody working hard at their treasure hunt, okay? Ma'am, are you flirting with me? Well, maybe I am just a little bit. So, you know, thanks, yeah. Uh-oh, my break time's almost over. I know you'd be cheering me on, Kita. You feel trusted by Nurse Miriam. I'm just like racking up girlfriends. Got Professor Seda, Nurse Miriam. Alright. Wow! Okay. You gotta catch them all! Go to toe, toe to toe. Kita. Penny? Something I want to talk to you about. Should you come meet me in front of the school stairs, you know, where we first met? I'll be waiting. I guess? Completely done with the story. Now you want to do a shiny hunt? Dude, go for it. Which shiny are you going for? Whee! Hey, Penny. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought up that catchphrase back when we created the team. So cringy, it's perfect, you know? I mean, it's certainly cringy. Anyway, about the LP thing. I thought I was going down big time for hacking the league point system. They're letting me off easy. Joker, thank you so much for the 500 bits. In honor of the nurse, you want that to go to Manuela? I'm assuming. Let's see, let's see. So Manuela has a tiny lead, but there is plenty of time. Photoshop. There we go. Hey, Kilroy. Yes, please. I can make that happen if Photoshop wants to cooperate. It's juggin'. It might explode and go to the crater. Because that's where all things that explode go. Well, oh, nope, there it goes. That was very slow, Photoshop. Photoshop is a bully. It is a bully. There we go. Okay. Thank you so much, Joker. That's also gotten us a little bit closer to our goal of an extra day of Twitchmas, which would be on December 25th. Oh, shoot, I lied. Those are bits. I'm sorry, Joker. We do have the goal up there. Okay, I'm back. Where are we now? We are talking to Penny. We are talking to Penny. Who committed some illegal LP theft. But apparently, it doesn't matter. You can just do crime in this universe and it's fine. What happened? Pokemon League said they'll waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate, if you can believe that. Director Clavel and that Gita lady kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. See, if you just do illegal stuff, you can get a job. That's how you get work. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not so great with people face to face. Never seem to find the right words, but... Thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done, so here. Draco meter. Comets are summoned down from the sky onto the target. The recoil from this move harshly lowers the user's special attack stat. Draco put this to good use. It literally pays to be a thief. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. Ooh, free LP, please. So next time I'll be the one helping you. I mean, you can help me right now. More LP. But be seeing you. Hasta la vista. Bye. It's great she never asks you to return the money. I know, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for them to be like, you gotta give it all back. Because, no, I'm not giving it back. Oh, it's done. It's officially done. Hooray! Progress! I did a thing! I think now is when you can go get the nugget. Oh, I gotta go back to school. I've been avoiding school this whole time. Penny's on her way to a successful career in cybersecurity. I mean, I'm just saying she could give us some LP if she really wanted to. Ah, Miss Kita, how kind of you to stop by. I must say I'm pleased to see you on school grounds again. Travel and adventure certainly have their place, but it does one good to attend class as well, no? No, I've never been to class. Speaking of which, there's something I would very much like to ask you. I understand you've joined a variety of classes during your time here at the Academy. That's not true. If I may ask, which of our faculty members has made the most favorable impression on you? Time! Oh, Miss Time from math class, you say? Yes, she's a fine teacher. The most warm and peaceable woman. We are truly blessed to have so many wonderful teachers and staff members at Naranja Academy. I firmly believe that our faculty is second to none in their commitment to our students' ongoing education and well-being. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. You became even closer. Great. Love that for me. You have to get his bond to a certain level and complete the Team Star out to get the nugget. That's a lot of work for one. Is it at least a big one? Is it just a regular one? You're as bad as looking at Rakita's transcript as you are at blending in as a student. Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome in the nurse's office. Oh, Kita, I'm glad you're here. I have some good news. You're not going to believe this, but I passed the health teacher certification exam. Congrats. Thank you so much. It's a shame these kids won't have a nurse anymore, but fuck them. I saw you pushing yourself real hard with your treasure hunt, and that really inspired me. Of course, most of the credit for my success goes to my own hard work, though. Thank you for giving me the push I needed to try again. Oh, hey, 10 max revives. Yay! But they tell me there's no room to add new classes this year. So I guess I'll keep being Nurse Miriam for a bit. You wait, though. I'll be standing in front of a class at this academy before you know it. Then I'll teach you all you need to know about health. I bet I'll make a great teacher. I can't wait to see you in my class. So what, she's gonna teach us about Pokemon breeding? He formed a close bond with Nurse Miriam. I guess you don't need to beat the Elite Four for the max revives. What I'm wondering if you just need to beat one of the 3 main quests.
Smells like a hospital.
Just gonna give you the talk. Now, when a Pokemon daddy and a Pokemon mommy love each other very much and they're at a picnic.
Kita, now.
Thank you for the visit, Miss Kita. Hey. Good friend of mine has been telling me of your recent exploits. You don't have any friends. You mean Clive? Huh, I'll leave their identity to your imagination. That's creepy and weird. But now, lest I forget, there's another matter I would very much like your opinion on. Do you know what manner of gentleman's hairstyle is considered cool, as it were, among the youth these days? Oh my god. Will he get it? Bowl cut! Oh, is that so? Suppose I've indeed seen some of the Academy's male students sporting such a style. Could it be, then, that the pompadour has already had its day in the sun? Yeah, buddy. Perhaps I ought to consider a change of wig. Do it! I want to come in here and see him with a bowl cut. That is to say, never mind. Thank you for your insight, Miss Kita. It was most enlightening. You feel trusted? He shouldn't trust me. He should not trust me at all. I will lead him astray. Aw, this is just filler text. What's even the point? Are they still stupid enough to say no one knows where Pokemon eggs come from? I think Game Freak just really doesn't want to explain Pokemon breeding. I think they're like, no, we're not gonna touch that. I'm disappointed I can't influence his hair choice. Disappointing. That's the DLC we need. New hair for Clive. I think you can either get the big nugget now or just one more talk. I don't feel like talking to him anymore. He's gonna have to wait. I'm talked out. My throat is actually very sore. There was a lot of reading this stream. I'm tired of talking to that man. He's been featured enough in this stream. Honestly speaking, I don't think a big nugget is worth all of this. Talking to another person, not worth it. I did want to say that, hello, little buddy. I forgot to show you guys, but I did get a shiny Lechonk. Here he is. Look at him. And that was one I forgot to mention. So I just wanted to show him off because he's beautiful. Pink chunky pig. Oh. We still have to fight Arvin, and we have to Bonsley, dang it. We have to fight Arvin. Finish his plot line. And we have to do the Elite Four. not sure how long post-game stuff is gonna take. Arvin's the most interesting one. Oh, and there's a Meryl outbreak. No. Fly. My order of stories: Arvin, Penny, and then Nimona. Oh, in terms of like how good the story is? Arvin is just one battle. Yeah, but I imagine there's probably a lot of text after. Which is my concern. Just from reading, because like I said, my throat's a little sore. Well, bye, turtles. Goodbye. That's fine. Good night, Joker. It's like a medium length of text. Is it more or less than Team Star? There's a lot of talking me leave for too, so it's more like pick your poison. Well, what is that? Oh, that was Magnemite. Oh, this is where you had the Sandy Gas outbreak? I have not seen a single Sandy Gas outbreak yet. Which is a bummer. Arvin's route ending leads to the end game, so it's short, where the other two routes had an actual end, so they're longer. Okay. Well... I might just save that for tomorrow. I'm feeling pretty tired. And I know, like, each of those are probably going to take a little while. So I don't think I want to get into... I don't think I want to get into either of those routes tonight. So... Or Magikarp. So I'm going to save here. And then tomorrow we can decide which of those we want to tackle first. And hopefully do both. Side note, really want a shiny Slowpoke. But it's shiny such. Oh, sucks. Is that what you mean? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna save here. We'll continue tomorrow. If we really don't get through everything and we still need to get through more, maybe we'll stream on Sunday. Right now, I was gonna take Sunday off because of Twitchmas starting next Tuesday. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see like how far we get into it. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging. If you want to finish the game tomorrow, I'd give it about 5 hours. Yeah, it'll depend on energy levels and stuff. And just like how long it is, because there was a lot of dialogue to read. So we'll see, and we'll decide then how we want to do that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging tonight. I appreciate you being here. I hope you had fun. I did. I'm excited to see like the end of Arvin's story and the end of kind of like the whole thing, like what the heck is going on with the crater, I want to know. So maybe we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will see you then.